Hello, hello, hello. It's time to do a review, and we are doing the new. Got to get the angle right. The new Future Islands album, People Who Aren't There Anymore. There you go. This is a special edition, which we're going to do a bit of show and tell later on. As you can see, it's got a lenticular cover, but we're going to talk about them now. It all started back in whenever it was. Was it 2015? Crikey, it seems like such a long time ago. With the no, 2014, I think it was. So I'm trying to get the chronology right. 2014, David Letterman was still doing the David Letterman show, and the band Future Islands appeared on it. And frontman Samuel T. Herring did the performance of his life, which went viral because I don't know, it was just so out there, and I just thought it was amazing. I became a fan. of their album Singles, which is, again, I think it was their fourth album. So talk about a slow burner. I bought it and really enjoyed it. And I've been following them ever since. So it was a surprise. Was it a surprise? It was a surprise. I was surprised to see that it's been, crikey, how many years? It's been 4 years since the last album. The last album, As Long As You Are, came out during the whole COVID thing. And this album was recorded as a result of the COVID thing. So yeah, that's it. It's a nice, I think it's a nice 45 minutes. It's not too long. 43 minutes 55. And it was actually recorded between 2020 and 2023, so it's had a long gestation period. Again, the distance between albums seems to be getting longer. It's 12 tracks. Again, the shortest is 2 minutes 48. The longest is 4 minutes 27. Thing about Future Islands is there's no progression here. They're not going to throw in a trumpet. They're not going to throw in a guitar. It's synth. It's synth pop. It's bass guitar, synthesizer, and drums. Again, we have Samuel T. Herring on vocals. William Cashin, whose album I've got on my wall here. It was like an ambient album, and I just thought it's really good, and I've just kept it on the wall there. On bass, and I really like his bass playing. Mike Glowry, I think, is the keyboard player, and Gerrit Wilmers is the drummer. I think that's right. Oh dear, I'm trying to remember who they all are. So yeah, the thing about no, Mike Lowry is the drummer. Yeah, I'm sure Mike Lowry is the drummer and Gerrit Wilmers is the keyboard player. So I got that the wrong way around. Should really make notes. But yeah, the thing about Future Islands is they're never gonna change. And listening to this album, although I think it's really, again, I like it. I like what they do. Again, and a lot of it is carried by Samuel T. Herring's voice. He's a very distinctive vocal performer. He has an interesting way of enunciating and phrasing, which I'm just enamoured with. I think it's great. I really do. And again, if you ever see him perform live, he is a force of nature. And this album is more of the same. It's them doing what they do, and it covers loss and love. Mainly lots of loss and love, and that's what we're going to send the title, for people who aren't there anymore. And so yeah, it's basically about loss. There's a lot of loss on it, and regret, and yearning. It's songs like that. And again, I think they're using the same producer that they use for Singles. And yeah, it's the same sound palette and everything. It's just it chugs along. It's a very snappy 43 minutes. Now normally I'd probably go, there's no progression, it's more of the same. But again, I enjoyed it. I've been listening to it on the walk. I listened to the vinyl, and I enjoy it for what it is. They're not putting an album out every year like some other people. There's enough space between albums for you to miss them, for it to come around again. So yeah, it's what you'd expect. And again, more so, I think these are more cinematic songs. And every one of these could feature on the end credits of an 80s flick, starring Kevin Bacon, or insert favourite actor from the 80s there. They've got that kind of feel to them, especially the play out of some of these songs. The end sections of them sound very, very, very cinema friendly. So yeah, anyway, let's look at this. This was a special edition on Blood Records did this. It's got a lenticular sleeve. These are the people that did the Zoetropic edition of the Blur album, The Ballad of Darren, which we did feature on here. And so this is a special edition. There's only 500 of them, and I wasn't going to buy it, 388 of 500, but I thought, well, I like the band, and I love lenticulars. So that's good, isn't it? It's good, yeah. And that's by a New Mexico artist called Bidalo, and that's called Fade in Memory of a Face. That piece is. So we have a printed in a bag with all the lyrics so you can sing along, but the album came separately in a paper sleeve. For this is a picture disc. I call this the Hypno Disc edition. Look into my eyes. Don't look at the Hypno Disc. Only problem is, I've got no idea what side's A and what side's B, so I have to put it on like I did the other day. Yesterday, I put it on and instantly got the B side first, which was a little bit annoying. And I should have made a mental note which colour was the A side. But it's quite mesmeric as it goes around in a circle. I was quite mesmerised. I was. You are a fan of Future Islands. I said, that won't work on me. I already am. So yeah, I know it's not a very good review, is it? I mean, none of my reviews are pretty good. Get a lot of people saying, "What is this? Is this a review?" No, it's not really. It's just me jibber jabbering about music that I've enjoyed. Sometimes I talk about things I don't enjoy, and that really fucks you off, doesn't it? So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm sure people are flipping on eBay if you're interested in that kind of thing. Apparently, they've released 6 singles from this, which I did not know. According to the Wikipedia page, 6 singles. I did not know that. Blimey! No wonder I felt that the album was familiar, because I think I've listened to it on YouTube already. But it's been so long. The time's been so long. They released 1 single in 2021, 1 in 2022, 3 in 2023, and 1 in 2024. So yeah, there you go. So there you go. So that's the review. I enjoyed it, and it's them very much doing, what they normally do. So there are no surprises. But it would be good if they expanded their tone palette. If they did get either played some different instruments themselves, or even just change the synth settings, from that kind of DX7, early mid-80s synth sound to something else. Get some strings in. No, don't do strings. I'm joking. Oh, not strings. Get some trumpet in. More kazoo. Definitely get more kazoo. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But then I always do, and it's good. It's good walking music because it's got this kind of metronomic krautrock beat going through it, so I get a good pace. Get a good pace when I'm listening to this on a dog walk. So yeah, I recommend it. Not for everyone, especially not any of you lot who like I don't know, the other stuff that I tend to cover. But if you might like the more poppy stuff, give them a listen. And like I said, Samuel T. Hearn is the star of the show as usual. His vocal performance is something to behold. Again, a front man. You don't get too many front men these days, and he is one of them. Thank you for watching. There's only one more thing left to say by now. You know what that is. Ta-ta.